Good morning, XOP, and a blessed day to all of you. What a wonderful Christmas this was, and a blessed Christmas to you all. I hope you are enjoying your day, and I hope that this season will bring the breakthrough that you are seeking for. For this morning devotion, I would like to take you in Isaiah 9:6. It states there, "For us a child is born, and to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulder, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace." One thing that I love about this verse is that it's pointing Jesus to be a child and a son. And we will break it down. And first, he was called a son. He was called a child. And this is his natural birth as a supernatural God. It was just so amazing that Jesus chose this kind of way, so that he can be among us. Although that he was fully divine, he was also fully human. He had to become a human to be one of us. And he was a son as well. A son was given, meaning he was freely given. There is some translation there that it was fully, he was fully given. You know, when you have an iPhone and you paid for it fully, you call it like an iPhone 13 Pro Max fully paid. Hey, I have an iPhone 13 fully paid. It's such a privilege. And God was fully given to us, meaning there are no strings attached. It was in his own um, decision. It was his own dedication, or let's say initiation, or in the best way possible, and that we can define it, is that it was his own intention that he will be given to us. And this was the beauty of the life of Jesus, that he was given to us. And what the wonderful thing that he chose to be born as a child in a manger. Now, what would it be? What would you feel like when you know that you will be a king, and then you will be born on a manger? You know, Jesus could have been uh, born as a royalty, a human royalty. Jesus could have been born in a palace or somewhere where it is so comfortable. But a manger, being born there, being born is one thing, but being born in a lowly status, choosing to be with us, giving up his seat so that he can be fully human, that is so amazing, right? It would be so frustrating to be born as someone so low when you have a whole inheritance in front of you. But Jesus chose this for us. Jesus decided to be this one. Um, God chose to give his son to us so that we can have this eternal seat with him, this eternity with him. And the very thing that this passage tells us is that he will be called a wonderful counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. This all points to his fullness. You know, when we choose God, we choose his fullness. When we choose God, we don't just choose a portion of him. When we choose Jesus, we don't just choose a portion of him, a portion of the Messiah. When we choose Jesus, we are choosing his fullness. That's why when we experience Jesus, we are always called to choose his fullness. Not just parts of him, not just bits of him, his fullness. That's what his peace is all about. That's why it says that when we choose his fullness, there is no anxiety that will reign in your life, because Where love is present, anxiety doesn't exist. So we can just choose one or the other. That's why when we are anxious, we forget about His love for us. That's why when we choose His love and remember about His love, we forget this anxiety because there is no room for anxiety in our life. That's why right now, let us choose fullness. Let us choose God's fullness in all things. And always remind ourselves that Jesus was born for us and He was given for us. I hope you are blessed and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas ahead of you. God bless you all and I hope you have a blessed day.